A true story about decluttering with two young children. So my daughter was about 3.5, and my other daughter was about 1.5 years old. I sent them downstairs to their playroom, and I heard the words, "Mom, we're so bored." Which, as a mom, little tip, don't be afraid if your kids say they're bored. Boredom fosters creativity. And so when my kids say, "Mom, I'm bored," my response is, "Oh, that's awesome. You're going to get creative." But this particular day, "Mom, I'm bored." I said, "Well, why don't you go play with whatever it was?" "No, Mom, that's boring." And so this continued on for a while. And I thought, okay, I'm going to have some fun with this. I gathered up some bags, some black garbage bags, and some boxes or something. And I went downstairs with my girls. I picked up a toy and I said, "Is this boring?" "Yeah, Mom, that's boring." "Oh, no." Tossed it in the box. And then I picked up something else. "Oh, why don't you play with this toy?" "No, Mom, that's boring too." "Oh, no." This went on. We were having a blast, but she was just in this mood, right? That everything was boring. And so I just milked it. So we ended up going through their entire playroom. I think there was like 2 things that my daughter's like, "Well, Mom, that one's kind of fun, actually." Oh, well, that's good. We're keeping fun toys. We don't want boring toys, though. So some of you might think that's extreme. Guess what happened? The hours and the days and the weeks that passed, she had so much fun. And they were so eager and excited to just have that big space to do whatever they wanted with nothing to get in the way. Isn't that interesting? That was the first time I ever experienced just having children and them not having any toys really to play with. And they had a blast. You guys, they really did have a blast. And slowly toys crept back in, right? You know, at some point my daughter would say, "Hey, Mom, what about such and such? Could I play with that again?" And I'd say, "Oh, well, are you sure that's not a boring toy?" "No, Mom, that one's actually pretty fun." You know, and they played with them and they appreciated them and they had fun with them, but definitely not all their toys went back. It was interesting. If you do a little experiment with your kids and take away all their toys, you know, I don't know, do it fun. Do it with them. It's got to be at the right time and the right setting, but they're going to be okay. And they might have a heck of a lot more fun than you even realize. Share a funny story in the comments if you've got one, and subscribe and we will share more stories together.